what you're talking about, like some book, what they say, the apocryphal book. What happened here?
I'm going to show you. Get Revelation 22 and 19. I'll show you what's going to happen. Because first of all, they're not Israelites. They had no reason to touch our book. This is the book of a nation. It's like us going and ruling and just taking over the European books and just trying to do whatever we want to do.
When you talk about Israel, the nation of Israel, or because there are some people that say that Israel is not only in the Middle East, Israel is around the world. Every place that has
but the whole thing is this: the people that are claiming to be Israel today, they're not Israel. They're Khazars. They're Europeans. They're from the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia. They were converted into Judaism between the 8th and the 11th century. Before that, they were just Idumeans or Edomites. So what they did when we fell as a people, they took on the customs. And because we lost our heritage, we think they're the people. Because they put up a European to be Christ, we think they're the people. But they don't fit the curse. The Israelis are Idumeans or Edomites. They're not God's people. I'm going to show you something. Read what you have. Revelations 22 and 19. 18, read.
Revelations 22 and 18. For I testify to every man that heareth the words of this prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book.
That's why it shouldn't be no new books with new King James or new Bibles. Because if you add anything to the books, the plagues shall be added to you. That's why the Lord has taken down this wicked cesspool. Read on.
And if any man shall take away from the words of the prophecy of this book, God shall take away his part out of the book of life.
Anyone that took out books or omitted books, they're going to be taken out of the book of life. And who's authorizing this? The Catholic Church, which is really the whore. She's the whore.
The 7 Day Adventists also.
The 7-day Adventists, I'm not going to say, listen, I'm going to make it clear. It's not your fault, or it's not our fault if we follow a religion. But the core doctrine is false. It's false because they don't, listen, I'm not going to go to anyone to learn anything if they can't show me who I am. Did they show you that you're from the tribe of Levi in the 7-day Adventists? No. So if they cannot, because Christ identified who he was, the disciples could identify. Give me Romans 11 chapter. Let me show you something. So the first thing you must do for the people that are coming to learn, you have to give them their identity first. Let me show you. Let me show you. They're telling you it doesn't matter who you are. It does matter because I'm living a condition based on something that happened to my forefathers. I need to find out who my forefathers were so I cannot make the mistake they made. Right? Romans 11 and 1. Read that.
Romans 11 and 1. I say then, have God cast away his people?
Did God cast away the children of Israel? That means that he cast away the people that came out of Egypt and got himself a new people? Read.
God forbid.
God forbid. That's the New Testament. Read.
For I am also an Israelite.
He says, I'm also a what?
An Israelite.
I'm also a what?
An Israelite.
Paul says, listen, I'm an Israelite, man. Paul, Romans the 11th chapter. He says, I'm an Israelite. He's identifying his nation. That's important, brother. If we don't know who we are, we don't know where we're going, man. I said those people are not the Israelites, but we are. Paul was. Those people do not fit the curse. We're not talking about those Jewish people, man. They are not the people. They've been put up so that you cannot look to their country to be your country. That's why they was put up, so you cannot identify Israel with you. They took your identity so when you wake up, you'll be like, well, I can't be a Jew, so I must be from Africa. I can show you according to the Bible, brother, how you got into Africa. I can show you out of the Bible. Christ prophesied it. I'm going to show it. Read.
For I'm also an Israelite.
Paul says he's a what?
An Israelite. Of the seed of Abraham. Of the tribe of Benjamin.
He said, I'm also an Israelite from the seed of Abraham, the tribe of Benjamin. What is seed? Sperm. So he's telling you his nation based on his fathers. If we line 10 brothers up in the ghettos, They couldn't tell us who they are. That's why it's important that we go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel and tell them that the kingdom is at hand and show them out of the Bible their identity.
Read. God has not cast away his people, which he foreknew.
The Lord did not cast away his people which he foreknew. He did not cast away the people that came out of Egypt, brother. But you would think they were cast away because they don't know who they are. But it's our job to give it back to them. We was raised from the womb at this time to give the nation of Israel back their identity.
Read. What ye not what the scripture said of Elias, how he maketh intercession with God against Israel, saying,
Get Deuteronomy 33 and 8. We're the children of Israel. The people in Haiti, brother, they're from the tribe of Levi, the same tribe that Aaron and Moses came out of. And how do we know the Jewish people are not Jews? Their name show you it's not Jews. They're Jewish. They're telling you in their name they're not Jews. In order to be a Jew, you must be from Jacob's fourth son, Judah. And they're not from that seed. We are. Read it. Deuteronomy 33 and 8.
Deuteronomy 33 and 8. And of Levi he said, Let Thummim and let thy Urim be with thy Holy One. Read it again. And of Levi he said, Let thy Thummim and thy Urim be with thy Holy One.
Be with thy Holy One. Aaron used to have an Urim that the Most High used to show him things through the Urim. They were highly spiritual people. They are today. But they're using it on the left-hand side. Go to Genesis 49 and 5, talking about the Haitians. And that's why, till this day, the other nations, even though they don't know where the Ark of the Covenant is right now, they cannot touch the Ark of the Covenant because only your people could touch it. Only Levi could touch the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant that the Lord gave Moses with the two cherubs, only your people could touch it. Anyone else touch it, they would die on the spot. Only the tribe of Levi could touch it. See, and that's why Levi went base of all the tribes, because it was their responsibility to keep us going right and following the Most High right. Let's get it. Read Genesis 49 and 5. Read.
Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Hello, Simeon and who?
Levi are brethren.
What island? Who's on the island with the Haitians? The Dominicans. So it tells you Levi and who?
Simeon are brethren.
Simeon are the Dominicans, brother. That's a sign that at the very end, Genesis 49 and 5, brother. Read the first verse in 49 so I can show you it's talking about what shall befall them in the end. Read.
And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you what shall befall you in the last days.
So before Jacob died, he called all his sons together and told them the prophecy of their children in the last days. So in order for us to identify who the children are in the last days, we must read what our father told us. And it says, Levi and Simeon are brethren. They're living on the same island, but yet they can't get together. So we know that the Dominicans are Simeon and the Levi are Haitians. Read. I need to go to Malachi 2, 1 and 9 so we can see what happened to our brother Levi. Malachi 2 and 1. Because they were our priests. Your people were the original priests over the Most High's people. And today, they're still the priests, but they're using it in voodoo now. Go back to Genesis 49, though, because I want to bring something else out on that. I know it's everywhere, but it's wrong. You're right, it's everywhere, but it's wrong. Listen, I know, but what we're saying is, we know that the Haitians, Levi have perfected it.
India have a lot of
yeah, all of them. Yeah, it's Satanism everywhere.
But they say more than the Haitian.